Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Rockies Now podcast. This is a Colorado Rockies podcast. I am one of your co-hosts, Tom, here bringing you the recap for game one of the three games that took place between the Colorado Rockies and the Pittsburgh Pirates in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania at PNC Park. I think it's safe to say we can all now breathe easy. Your heart rate can definitely come down and you can unclench your cheeks because, boy, let me tell you, I was having flashbacks to game one of the series in Miami against the Marlins after what happened in the ninth inning of tonight's game, but the Rockies were able to hold on to this one and pull out a victory might against the Pirates here tonight. And my goodness, that was something that we much needed win. We ended the current 5-game losing streak that the Rockies were on, losing the 2 in Mexico City, and of course losing the 3 down in South Beach. And the Rockies got this series off to a good start by winning the score of 3-2. So let's get into so this matchup took place tonight in Pittsburgh between the Rockies. The Rockies sent Cal Quantrill to the mat, and let me tell you, he was very good. Tonight, he was, in some ways, I would even go as far as say fantastic. He went 7 2/3 innings tonight. He gave up 3 hits, no earned runs. He had a big thing here, a key stat. Remember, no walks. Rockies pitchers have had trouble with walks this season. He had 0. He was spectacular. And of course, he had a 9 strikeout performance with no earned runs, no home runs given up. He now lowers his season ERA to 4.31. I got to tell you, he keeps pitching like that, he'll be below 4 in no time. In addition to him being relieved, he almost made it 8 innings, just got out of there, but Bud Black decided to make the change, went to Jake Bird. He went 2 1/3, and of course, Jalen Beeks came in the 9th to finish it off and get the save by pitching the final 2/3 of an inning. We'll get to the 9th inning in just a moment, but tonight, like I said, this was good. The Rockies, a little bit of lackluster tonight. They left 9 runners on base, so they could have had more than just the 3 runs. They were 2 for 7 runners in scoring position. But again, a win nonetheless. And the pitching, like I said, with the pitching performance you got from Cal Quantrill, the Rockies offense did what it needed to do to get things going. So tonight, Ezekiel Tovar had 2 hits. Elias Diaz also, who was the DH, had 2 hits. And of course, Jacob Stallings, who, let me tell you, even though in limited playing time, he's doing a good job. I mean, the Rockies, of course, brought him on to be the backup catcher, mostly because of his defensive abilities. He does have a Gold Glove on his resume. He was good. Once again, 2 for 4 tonight. He had 2 singles, did a good job. But the big thing in this story, another guy with 2 hits, Ryan McMahon. My goodness, he had 2 hits, and one of them was a towering home run hit right into the Allegheny River in Pittsburgh. And here's something interesting I found out about. With that mammoth home run, he becomes the 49th player in the history of PNC Park to hit a ball into the Allegheny River. He is only make sure I get this right, he's only the second Rockies player other than Hall of Famer Todd Helton, who did it on May 4th of 2001. So there's a little bit of a thing. He's only the second Rockies player in the history to hit it into that river. And my goodness, it was a moonshot. So Rymac, good for you. We needed that out of you. Just like it. And of course, like I said, I've talked about this on the podcast. I think I recommended the last time I was doing the recaps. He has had just a spectacular season. He's continuing. I mean, I'm like I said, I think I'm even on record saying here that I believe that he could be an all-star. He's on track for it. Let me just give you the right numbers here. Currently, he raised his season stat line to 319 batting average, 407 on base percentage, and he's slugging 513. My goodness, I'm telling you, keeps it up. He's on track for the All-Star game. Whether there's more than one Rockies representative or there's only one Rockies representative, he right now is playing as if he wants to be at least if not the only, at least be the only Rockies representative going to the All-Star game, which, remember correctly, is in Arlington, Texas. So anyway, so again, some good performance tonight. Let me just make sure anything else noteworthy to me. And Rymac, of course, and also there were RBIs tonight from Elias Montero and Brendan Rodgers as well. And of course, because Ryan McMahon's that monmouth home run was a solo shot. So again, and tonight, the big thing, of course, just to talk briefly, ninth thing. Now, as we mentioned before, the Rockies have had trouble holding on to leads this season. And I got to tell you, when that 9th inning came around, I'm thinking, okay, specifically when Brian Reynolds drew a walk to lead off the inning, I thought, oh no, I got a little bit of a flashback to admit from game 1 of the series in Miami where Ryan Feltner gave a stellar performance going 8 innings pitched, giving up only 3 earned runs, of course. And I got to tell you, I was thinking, oh no, please not again. But then Brian Hayes grounds out. Okay, we're in good standing. Then, excuse me, Bud Black makes a decision to go to Jalen Beeks, the lefty, to face O'Neal Cruz. And I gotta tell you, even though a lot of times we're talking about Ellie De La Cruz, O'Neal Cruz, my God, this guy can hit. Boom, just sends it right to the seats in right center field. I'm not sure, I can't remember if that one got out or not. I'll have to check it later. But either way, and then of course, like I said, I was thinking, I'm about to say what we were all thinking. Here we go again. But thankfully, Jalen Beeks stuck in there and got the final 2 outs, including getting the very next batter, former Colorado Rocky Connor Joe pinched hit for Rowdy Tellez. So sorry, Connor, who's having a good season, by the way. Pretty good season. Connor, sorry, buddy. Had to get you out on that one. And again, like I said, Jalen Beeks closed it out for the save. The Rockies win 3-2. Now, like I said, I wish, of course, it is very deflating to lose both games to the Astros down in Mexico City, and then, of course, lose to a horrible team down in Miami in a sweep. But that's baseball for you. But the good news is, hopefully, as there was a lot of somebody, I can't remember who was, there was like multiple comments on social media talking about there was a team-only meeting after the Game 3 loss in Miami. If there was, whatever was said between, whether there's just coaches talking or if it was coaches and players or players only led meeting, whatever it was, maybe did some work here. So again, we'll have to wait and see how things play out going forward. So anyway, around the National League West tonight, one of the games was on Apple TV Plus tonight. The Philadelphia Phillies defeated the San Francisco Giants by a score of 4-3. And currently there are other 2 games in progress. The LA Dodgers are currently in progress with the Atlanta Braves. The Dodgers lead the Braves currently in the bottom of the 6th inning by a score of 2-1. And the San Diego Padres lead the Arizona Diamondbacks in the bottom of the 7th by a score of 7-1. Okay, some news going on around baseball. Of course, I did mention, of course, Ron McMahon, his historic feat from smacking that ball into the Allegheny River in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Here's an interesting thing. Now, this is not MLB related. There was an amazing catch made by TJ Williams, the center fielder for Notre Dame. If you want to go check it out, there's a link on MLB's official page under the latest news tab. My God, he goes, as the article describes here, full Jim Edmonds. I don't know if any of you remember back in the day, there was an amazing catch made by Jim Edmonds where it was over his shoulder and he reached out and made a spectacular catch. Watch the Jim Edmonds on YouTube. It says Jim Edmonds, fantastic, amazing catch or whatever. And then watch this catch by TJ Williams for Notre Dame. It was incredible. So again, not MLB related, just an amazing web gem for you to pay attention to. Okay, and 2 more things right here. Again, the Minnesota Twins, their streak continues. They won their 11th straight game tonight. They are currently in the standings. I believe they're still only in 4th place because there's only one losing team. There was only one team with a losing record in the American League Central. That is, unfortunately, my other team, the Chicago White Sox. I believe the Twins right now are still in 4th. Unless they moved up, I'm not exactly sure. I check on that real quick. Let's just check the standings real quick. The Twins have moved in 11-game winning streak. They have moved up to 3rd place. They leapfrogged the Detroit Tigers. They are half a game ahead. They are 2 game. They are half a game ahead of the Detroit Tigers in 3rd place. And they are a full game behind the Kansas City Royals in 2nd place. And the Cleveland Guardians are still holding on to 1st place in that division. So, and okay, I'm not sure if everybody, and the news just broke, I think it was about an hour and a half ago, I can remember. The San Diego Padres and the Miami Marlins have agreed to a trade. The Marlins are, again, I don't think it's been confirmed yet who the Marlins are receiving in the deal, but Luis Arraez, that's right, the 2-time batting champ in the American League and the National League, he is going to the San Diego Padres. It's rumored to be 4 players, 3 prospects and a relief pitcher. Again, they don't say specifically, or I can't find specifically who it's going to be, but those details should be coming out sometime later in the evening, or if not, they will be definitely revealed. We can all look them up in the morning when we all wake up, Lucy. Okay, but that is for the news around baseball and all the scores going on. So that is pretty crazy. Oh, God. I think Steve and I were texting back and forth in this one. AJ Preller. Again, rest in peace to Peter Seidler, the former Padres principal owner. They got AJ Preller. Just his strategies, he's got some interesting strategies. he acquires a lot. He signs a lot of these big time deals, such as Manny Machado, Xander Bogaerts, the Fernando Tatis Jr. extension. He throws some money at Jay Cronenworth. He throws some money at Yu Darvish. There's the Joe Musgrove extension. So much money in extensions. And now with these trades, I mean, they trade for Juan Soto, keep him for a year and a half, ship him off to the Yankees. Now you're acquiring Luis Ariz, or also to acquire Dylan Cease from the White Sox. Now you're acquiring Luis Ariz for 3 more of your prospects and a pitcher out of your major league team. I mean, it's interesting how their strategy. I mean, again, they keep replenishing their farm system. They do a pretty good job replenishing their farm system, but it's a very I don't know. He's got a very interesting strategy. And again, they sure again back in 2022 they made it to the National League Championship Series. They lost to the Philadelphia Phillies, but I don't know. It's interesting. I mean, yesterday there was already a trade where who was it? There was a trade for a relief pitcher, wasn't there? But I don't know. The Padres, they've got a very interesting. AJ Preller has a very interesting strategy when it comes to how he handles his process. Again, prospects don't always work out. I understand that. So if you want to acquire major league ready talent, you have to give them up, especially if you want to acquire elite ones. But adding Luis Ariz, that really adds a lot to the top of this lineup. He's most likely going to lead off. So we'll see how it goes. But then again, the Padres are only 4.5 games out, but behind the Los Angeles Dodgers. So quick update on the standings for you, in case you can look these up for yourself. The Dodgers, of course, are in first at a record of 20-13. The San Diego Padres are in second place, 4.5 games back. The Dodgers with a record of 16-18. San Francisco Giants are right behind them with a 15-18 record, 5 games out of first place. The Arizona Diamondbacks, the defending National League champion Arizona Diamondbacks, mind you, are 14-18. They are 5.5 games out of first. And our Colorado Rockies are 8-24. We are 11.5 games out of the division behind the Dodgers. But hey, one thing of note also, the Pittsburgh Pirates, with the loss tonight against our Rockies, they are still on a 5-game losing streak. So let's keep that going tomorrow. That'd be quite a thing to do. So again, I mean, but again, keep in mind the 18-24 record, the 8-24 record, that is not the worst in baseball. That honor belongs to my other team, the Chicago White Sox, who have a record of 6-26. They lost tonight. They're on a 4-game losing streak after losing tonight to the St. Louis Cardinals in St. Louis. My God, I was talking to Steven. I think it was it this? I think it was this morning. I texted Steven. I said to him, what did I say here? I said to him, in terms of sports, I woke up this morning feeling really sad. And obviously it does make, and then I keep thinking to myself, the White Sox, Rockies, it's been very disappointing. The 2 worst records in baseball. And I keep thinking back only about 6 years ago, the Rockies. I'm thinking about it right now, sitting on my couch in my apartment, my old apartment, just thinking, watching the Rockies celebrate at Wrigley Field. I stayed up all night to watch all 13 innings, man. All night. Stayed up late, was dead tired at work the next day. Didn't care. Rockies won an amazing game, beating the Cubs nonetheless. Boom. Take that, Cub fans. Take that on your field. We beat the Cubs. Whenever the Cubs lose or whenever one of my teams beats the Cubs, big smile comes to my face. And that was just a great game. I enjoyed every second of it. I was on the edge of my seat the whole time. Or I can also remember for the White Sox, just 3 years ago, watching Game 3 watching them, unfortunately lose to the Astros in the division series, who, cheating scandal or not aside, they were the better team. They beat the White Sox. I was celebrating, watching in my same old apartment, watching Game 3 on the south side of Chicago. That was a big victory for them. They didn't get swept. They managed to win a game in that series against the Astros, who went on, they did not go to the World Series. They went to the championship series, but lost in that. I believe I can't remember, but either way, I just keep thinking back when my 2 teams were good just not too long ago, and now they got the 2 worst records in baseball. And I know I don't want to sound cliche when I say this. It's only May. It's only early May. There's still a long way to go in this season. But hey, I've said it. Baseball is my favorite sport. I love my teams, White Sox, Rockies. I'll love you till the day I die. And I love doing this. And people are probably thinking, Tom, why do you and Steven keep doing this? Because we love baseball. We love our teams. We love you guys, all of our loyal fans and followers. We do this for you guys. We appreciate all the support. We appreciate all the love you guys give us, everything. You guys are awesome. We love what we do. This is fun. I enjoy it. Actually, no, I shouldn't say I enjoy it. I really enjoy it. Gives me a lot to talk about, communicate with people, talk about baseball, talk about sports, what I love my whole life. And it's my ever undying loyalty to my team. So that's all. And again, we appreciate that you guys always like and follow us and appreciate what we do. We do it for you guys because we enjoy it. It's always fun. It's like if someone asked me if I was a pro athlete, you do it for the fans. They come to watch. They take time out of their day to listen and watch us. I do the same thing. I appreciate you guys taking your time out of your day to listen to my voice, interact, talk about the sport, listen to what I like to say about the sport. It's fun. So thank you. Anyway, enough of my rambling and babbling. That's always good. That's still enough of that. So anyway, tomorrow is game 2 for the Rockies against the Pittsburgh Pirates in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Just one second. Let me just make sure I confirm the starters. Okay, for the Rockies, we will be sending Austin Gomber to the mound. He is still looking for his first win of the season. And the Pittsburgh Pirates are sending Jared Jones, right-hander, 6'1", 190 pounds. He is 22 years of age. Excuse me. Is this his first season in the big leagues? Yes, this is his first season in the big leagues. He has started 6 games this season. He has a 3.18 ERA and a record of 2-3. So that game, so tune into that. That's Austin Gomber versus Jared Jones. That game is, hold on a second. I can't double check. That is an afternoon game. It'll be at 2:05 p.m. Mountain Time and 3:05 p.m. Central Time, which is where, of course, I am at. So that will be tomorrow. Be sure to tune in. Hopefully, we can keep this winning streak going. Actually, no, let me keep it going. Let me rephrase. Backtrack. Hi, my name is Tom Delpit. Let me backtrack there for a second. Let's hope we can take our 1-game win tonight and turn it into a winning streak. It's just like they say in my favorite movie, when we win 2 games in a row, that's called a winning streak. Let's win 2 in a row. So hopefully we can get that. That'll do it for this episode of the Rockies recap of the Rockies Now podcast. Please be sure to follow us on all of our social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, X, and our Threads page. And be sure to make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel so you instantly get updates and when these episodes start recording. And if you do miss it, you can rewatch all of our episodes here. And be sure our social media page, my Twitter X handle is right down here below my name right here. So be sure to follow me there. If you want to have a conversation on baseball or you like anything I talk about, feel free to reach out. And that'll do it. So I will be back tomorrow for the Game 2 recap. So have a good night, everybody. And as always, go Rockies.